Hello students, hope you are fine and enjoyed lockdown period and even you have started studying, that's good. So this is Dr. Ajay M. Kamath from RPD Junior College Savantwadi. We are going to start our first topic today, that is reproduction in lower and higher plants. So students, last year you have studied the term reproduction. Reproduction is nothing but a main feature of organism, that is living organism, and you are also well known about what is meant by lower and higher plants. So here in this topic you are going to study about how the reproduction is taking place in lower and higher plants. So first of all, you must know what is meant by reproduction. Reproduction is nothing but the production of young ones like parents. Means the produced young ones are similar or look like with parents. They carry or they inherit the genes from their parents. So this is the essential process to lead to continuation of species or to continuation of the race. This is the important feature or the process through which parents forms its progeny, and hence there is the continuation of species which maintains continuity of life. Actually that is nothing but it maintains the continuity of life. So you are also well known about there are two types of reproduction, that is two types of reproduction. One is asexual reproduction, here you can see asexual reproduction, and second one is sexual reproduction. So let us see what is meant by asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction involves only one parent. Okay, so here the reproduction involves only one parent and there is no fusion of two male gametes or two sex cells to form the zygote. So zygote production is absent. There is no fusion of two compatible gametes. Okay, here as there is involvement of only one parent, the produced progeny which is similar or genetically identical with its parent organism. Here what happens actually, as there is no involvement of two gametes, there is no recombination or there is no exchange of genes between them, and hence the genes which are present in parents, they get inherited or they get transferred into its progeny as it is, and hence that is genetically identical. Here inherit the genes of the parents, already I have told, and due to this condition, as they look alike or similar or xerox copy with their parents in two ways, that is morphologically as well as genetically, and hence such newly produced progenies are said to be the clones. They are called as clones. So here we are going to study about what are the modes of asexual reproduction. There are three modes of asexual reproduction. First one is the fragmentation, second one is the budding, third one binary fusion. So there are various modes of reproduction. Here you have studied last year few of them. So in your topic, in your syllabus, only three are get explained. Tissue culture is also involved in that as it is applied mode of asexual reproduction. First one is fragmentation. Fragmentation means what? Here the parent organism, here you can see the two fragments of this mother Spirogyra. Okay, so Spirogyra you know very well. Spirogyra is algae. It gives fragments, it breaks down, and many fragments are produced. When these fragments during the favorable condition, when they will get detached from the parent and they will attach to the substratum, they will grow into new individual. That is here the example Spirogyra. So it to be fragmentation. Next one is budding. So Here it is the most common type of asexual reproduction which is taking place in yeast. Mother plant or mother yeast produces bird-like outgrowth. So it may be a single or many. Here you can see a chain of birds. Okay. So these birds detaches from mother plant and they will form a new individual, new young individual. And here that is nothing but the budding. Third type is spore formation. So here the algae Chlamydomonas which forms motile zoospores. These motile zoospores, they are motile as they have flagella. Here you can see flagella. And these zoospores are produced within its body, and when they detaches, when they come out, they will grow as new individual. That is nothing but the spore formation. So what are the other methods of sexual reproduction? Already I have told you there is nothing but binary fusion. You are studied in your secondary school, that is binary fusion, which is taking place in amoeba and paramecium. Means the mother organism will split into two parts. Conidia, same like zoospores. Here the spores called as conidia are formed in penicillium. Penicillium is nothing but the fungi. That is you can say burshi. Gamete formation you have studied last year in sponges. So here let us see what is meant by vegetative reproduction. Vegetative reproduction is a type of asexual reproduction in which the reproduction takes place through vegetative parts. It's called as vegetative reproduction. So you are well known. There are vegetative parts present in here we are going to concentrate on plant body. So plant vegetative parts you are well known about: stem, leaf. Tell me, recall: stem, leaf. Again, what are the parts? You are well known. Okay, so these are the vegetative parts. Through vegetative parts, when these parts having a bud, it shows the presence of bud. This bud will grow into young individuals. That is nothing but vegetative reproduction. Even in leaf, in the notch of leaf, the bud arises to form new individuals. So last year you have also studied few points related to vegetative reproduction, or you can say in details about vegetative reproduction. So here we are going to see some characteristics of vegetative reproduction. New plants formed are genetically identical. Yes. Agriculturist and horticulturist develop many methods according to human requirement or customers requirement. So it is applied part. So here we are going to study more about vegetative reproduction. First one is cutting. First one is cutting. Cutting means what? A part of a stem is separated by giving a cut, and that part is said to be the cutting, a piece of vegetative part. Here mostly the stem is taken. So if you are going to visit your garden, you can also find many plants which are planted through this method. Okay, and the cut must be given to the part which consists of many birds, one or more birds, and it is rooted in soil. Then it will grow into new young individual. So here, what type of cutting? You can also give cut to stem, that is stem cutting. For example, it is taking in a rose, bougainvillea. Second part is leaf cutting, Sansevieria, Bryophyllum. Just I have told you about Bryophyllum. Root cutting, that is blackberry. Grafting. Grafting is applied vegetative reproduction. Okay, this is actually artificial type of vegetative reproduction, that is cutting and grafting. What is meant by grafting? Here the two plants are just joined as they will behave as one plant. So two different plant parts are taken and they are joined with each other and they will grow as one plant. So that is grafting. We are well known about this. We are nowadays we are planting काजू कलम. जे काजू कलम आहे, कलम म्हणजे काय? कलम म्हणजे ग्राफ्टिंग. ओके. So here the part which is rooted in the soil, that part is called as stalk. The part which is rooted in soil is called as stalk, and the part which is grafted on stalk or which is attached on stalk is said to be the scion. What is scion? Okay. Again, the next applied part is nothing but one plant part is taken. There is no two separate plant parts, but a single bird is grafted. Here you can see a single bird is grafted. In diagram you can observe bird is grafted within rooted part. What is that? Stalk. So bird is grafted like this in stalk. That is said to be the budding. That is bird grafting. Okay. So the examples are nothing but apple, pear, rose, etc. The third type of asexual reproduction, which is again the applied, or you can say the man-made type of reproduction, that is nothing but a tissue culture. So you are already known about tissue culture. Tissue culture means what? Here in tissue culture, a small amount of plant tissue is separated from mother plant, and that is on, you can say, media which consists of nutrients. The nutrients required to growth of the plants are taken and it will grow into young individuals. That is said to be tissue culture. So the micropropagation is the method used to develop plantlets. Here in diagram you can see a plant is plant part, that is the tissue, is taken from mother plant and it is grown in media, so it will develop into plantlet and plantlet will be rooted. Okay, so it will grow into new young plant. So like this. Next is nothing but sexual reproduction. So what is meant by sexual reproduction? How it differs from asexual type of reproduction? So there is many differences between sexual and asexual reproduction. The task will be given to you to solve in your home, that is homework, as in type of homework. So here there is involvement of two compatible gametes or sex cells. Here there is involvement of two compatible gametes or sex cells. Okay, here the flower is the reproductive part, and within the flower you have studied last year there are four whorls. Outermost whorl, which is called as the calyx, and the individual member is said to be the sepal, followed by the second innermost whorl, inner to the calyx, that is corolla, made up of the petals, and the third whorl said to be the androecium, and innermost whorl said to be the gynoecium. So what happens here? Here there is two major events which are taking place. One is meiosis. Meiosis is taking place, and next one is nothing but fusion of gametes to form the zygote. And this leads into the production of genetically dissimilar offsprings. And in asexual type of reproduction, there is genetically similar offsprings or genetically similar progenies. Here they are dissimilar with their parents due to meiosis, fusion of gametes, and one more important thing, that is due to crossing over. So here sexual reproduction is characterized by fusion of male gamete and female gamete, that is said to be the fertilization, which leads into the formation of zygote. The zygote will undergo embryogenesis, that is nothing but process of formation of embryo. That embryo will lead to what? Embryo will lead to the young individual. So here the sequential events which are occurred during sexual reproduction are three, that is pre-fertilization, events which are taking place before fertilization, and some also events which are taking place after, or we can say at the time of fertilization, and the events which are taking place after fertilization are said to be the post-fertilization events.